Lily woke up before the sun rose on Nova Ring. The station was quiet, almost peaceful. She took a deep breath and stared out her small window. Today was the day before the finals. She could feel the excitement growing in her chest. The air felt different, as if everyone on the station knew something special was about to happen. She got dressed and took her old notebook, reading the last few lines again. Stay calm, focus, learn. You are stronger than you know. In the dining hall, Lily found Sam waiting for her. He had 2 cups of warm tea and a big smile on his face. Everyone is talking about you, Lily. I heard the Galactic Council wants to meet you after the finals. Lily laughed. Let's see if I survive the finals first. Sam nodded, serious now. The last match will be the hardest. As they ate, other fighters and fans came by to wish her luck. Some gave her small gift charms from their home planets, lucky stones, and tiny carved animals. Lily felt proud but also nervous. She promised herself to do her best, not just for herself, but for everyone who believed in her after breakfast. She walked to the arena. The crowds were bigger now, reporters everywhere, bright lights shining in her eyes. A few tried to ask her questions, but Lily stayed quiet and moved quickly past them. Inside the training hall, she found a quiet corner and started her warm-up. She stretched, ran in place, and practiced her footwork. All the lessons from her family, her friends, and her fights echoed in her mind as she finished training. The old judge with golden skin approached her. He smiled and handed her a small badge. For honor, he said. Lily thanked him. He whispered, Many will be watching you tomorrow. Show them the heart of your world. That afternoon, Lily was invited to speak to a group of young fighters from different planets. She told them about her home, about Earth storms, wild animals, and her family's simple lessons. She said, being a Death Worlder isn't just about strength. It's about never giving up, learning from mistakes, and helping others. The young fighters listened closely, some with wide eyes, others writing down her words. Later, she met with Zara and the Silver Twins. They wished her luck and told her they were cheering for her. Even Grown, the giant predator, came by and patted her on the shoulder, almost smiling. Fight hard, he said. You have the heart of a champion. Lily felt her nerves settle a little as night fell. The city lights on Nova Ring shone like tiny stars. Lily sat in her room and wrote a new note in her book. Courage is not the same as being fearless. It's facing fear and moving anyway. She thought of her family and wondered if they were watching. She hoped her little brother was proud. Soon, Sam came by with news. The council really does want to talk to you, Lily. They want to know what makes humans so strong. They said you changed how many see Earth. Lily smiled, thinking of all the times people had laughed at her, all the times she was told she was too small or too weak. Now those same people wanted to know her secrets. Later that night, there was a party for the last fighters. The big hall was full of music and laughter. Every kind of food was served, from sweet drinks to spicy snacks from worlds Lily had never seen. She sat with Sam, Zara, and the twins, sharing stories and laughing. For the first time, Lily felt like she truly belonged. Before bed, Lily took a walk around the station's gardens. She saw flowers and trees from 100 worlds. She knelt by a small blue flower and whispered, Thank you for this chance. She felt calm and ready. The next morning, the sky inside the station was pink and gold. Lily woke up with her heart beating fast. She did her usual stretches, then packed her notebook and a photo of her family into her bag for good luck. In the locker room, Sam met her one more time. Remember, no matter what happens, you're already a champion. Lily nodded, hugging him. Thank you, Sam. I'll do my best. She walked through the halls past cheering crowds and stepped into the bright lights of the arena. People and aliens from all over the galaxy filled the seats, their voices loud and excited. Lily stood in the center of the sand, waiting for the final challenge to begin. As she looked around, she saw faces of friends and rivals. The announcer's voice echoed, "Tomorrow, the greatest match begins. Will the Death Worlder girl make history?" Lily took one last breath and smiled. Whatever happened next, she knew she had already changed the hearts of many. She was ready to fight for her world and for herself. The night before the finals, Lily closed her eyes and slept deeply, dreaming of Earth, her family, and the journey that brought her here. Lily woke up early the next day. The light outside her window was soft and blue. She stretched her arms and took a deep breath. Her body felt sore, but she was used to pain now. Every muscle reminded her of a fight won, a lesson learned. She picked up her notebook and read her notes, looking at every tip, every trick, and every memory. She knew her next fight would be different. She was not facing just one strong fighter now. Her next opponent was clever and famous for playing mind. The fighter's name was Leo. He came from a world known for making fast decisions and smart plans. Leo was thin, with quick hands and sharp eyes. He liked to talk during matches, trying to get inside his enemy's head. Rumors said that he could make fighters quit just by talking to them. Lily wrote in her notebook, "Leo equals clever, fast, tricky. Don't listen. Focus." She promised herself not to let his words bother her. When she walked to the practice hall, Sam met her at the door. "Leo is tough," Sam said. "He beat 3 fighters in a row just by making them angry." Lily smiled. "Thanks, Sam. I'll keep calm." She remembered her mother's advice, never let words get in the way of your heart. Before the match, Lily warmed up slowly. She wrapped her hands, bounced on her feet, and thought about home. She imagined her little brother and her parents watching her on the screen, cheering for her. She felt strong inside. In the arena, the crowd was waiting. Everyone wanted to see if Lily, the Death Worlder girl, could win again. The announcer's voice boomed, "Next match, Lily of Earth versus Leo, the Mind Master." The crowd cheered. Leo stepped into the ring, smiling. He waved to the audience and then to Lily. "Are you ready to lose, little human?" he asked, loud enough for everyone to hear. Lily just nodded. Her face was calm. The bell rang, and the match began. Leo danced around her, fast and light on his feet. "You don't belong here," he said softly. "Everyone is just waiting for you to fail." Lily ignored him and watched his hands. Leo threw a quick punch, but Lily blocked it. He smiled and moved away, always talking. "Do you really think you can win?" Leo whispered, circling her. The others were slow. "I'm not." Lily kept her breath steady. She focused on his feet, not his words. Every step he took, she followed with her eyes. Leo kept taunting her, but Lily did not answer. She moved carefully, letting him waste energy with his words. Leo attacked again, his hands moving fast. He tried to grab Lily's arm, but she twisted free. He spun and tried a kick, but Lily jumped back. "You're not as good as they say," Leo said, louder now. "You just got lucky." Some of the crowd started to laugh, but others cheered for Lily. She felt their support and stood tall. As the match went on, Leo talked more. He said things about Lily's home, about humans, even about her family. Lily remembered her mother's advice. Sticks and stones may break your bones, but words can never hurt you. She let Leo's words fly past her like the wind. She kept moving, blocking, and dodging. Finally, Leo grew angry when Lily did not react. His moves became sharper but also wilder. He stopped talking so much and started to attack harder. Lily saw her chance. When he rushed at her, she dodged to the side and tripped him with a quick sweep of her leg. Leo fell to the sand, surprised. The crowd cheered. Lily stayed focused. She did not gloat or laugh. Leo got up quickly, embarrassed. Now he attacked with all his speed, but Lily was ready. She blocked his punches and dodged his kicks, using all the tricks she learned in her old notebook. She watched for his weak spots and waited for him to make a mistake. As the clock ticked down, Leo grew tired. His taunts stopped. His breath came. Faster. Lily moved in close and tapped his arm, making him lose balance. She ducked under his next punch and spun behind him, pressing her advantage. Leo tried to twist free, but Lily grabbed his wrist and turned it gently, making him fall again. The crowd was on their feet now, cheering for Lily. Even some who once laughed at her were now shouting her name. The announcer was excited. The Death Worlder girl is winning again. In the last moments of the match, Leo tried one last trick. He pretended to fall, hoping to catch Lily off guard. But Lily remembered Grome's trick from her first fight. She waited, not moving until Leo tried to grab her ankle. Then she stepped back quickly and let him miss. The bell rang, ending the match. The judges stood up, watching closely. They spoke in quiet voices, looking at their data pads. Finally, the old judge with golden skin spoke into the microphone. Winner by points, Lily of Earth. The crowd cheered even louder than before. Leo stood and looked at Lily. For a moment, he seemed angry, but then he smiled. You're tougher than you look, he said. Good match. Lily nodded, her heart beating fast but proud. As she left the arena, Sam ran to her, grinning. I knew you could do it, he said. You didn't let his words get to you. Lily smiled, feeling strong. Words can't hurt me, she said. I know who I am. Later, as Lily sat in her small room, she wrote in her notebook, Don't fight with anger. Stay calm, focus, never listen to mean words. She looked out at the stars and felt peaceful. Her journey was not finished, but she knew she had already come far. That night, there was a quiet celebration in the common room. Sam and some other fighters gave her a small medal made from parts of the old arena. For courage and calm, Sam said. Lily blushed, but her eyes shone with pride. As she lay in bed, Lily thought of all the challenges she faced and all the lessons she learned. She knew the hardest test was still ahead, but she felt ready more than ever before to face whatever the tournament brought next. Lily sat alone for a while in the quiet corner of the barracks after her fight with the twins. She felt tired but also proud. Outside her small window, Nova Ring spun gently, with stars glowing in the endless dark. She held her old notebook and read the new note she wrote after the match. Don't chase two at once. Use their teamwork against them. Always look for the weak spot. She smiled. Every lesson learned was another step forward. The next morning, Nova Ring was even busier than before. The news of Lily's wins had spread fast. Everyone was talking about the human girl who beat the Galactic Alpha Predator and the Silver Twins. As she walked to the practice hall, many fighters nodded at her. Some even smiled. A few still avoided her, but Lily understood. Sometimes respect took time. In the practice hall, she stretched and trained quietly. Sam joined her, showing her a new way to block punches. You're getting famous, he joked, grinning. Lily blushed but thanked him. She asked Sam about the other fighters left in the tournament. He told her about one of the favorites, Zara, a fighter from a heavy-gravity world. Zara was strong, taller than most, with arms like tree branches. It was said that she could lift a cargo box above her head and throw it across the room. Lily listened carefully. She wrote in her notebook, Zara equals power. Slow, find weak spot. Use speed. She spent time watching old videos of Zara fighting. She saw how Zara's big steps shook the ground and how every punch made the arena floor crack. But she also noticed that Zara sometimes moved slowly when she had to turn, and her balance was not perfect. That afternoon, the draw for the next round was shown on the big screens. Lily would fight Zara. The crowd was excited, and the reporters asked her many questions. Are you scared of Zara? Do you think you can win? Lily stayed calm and answered politely, I respect Zara and I will do my best. Before the match, Lily tied her shoes and wrapped her hands. She looked at her notebook one more time. She remembered her mother's voice in her head. Don't fight power with power. Use your mind. In the arena, the noise was louder than ever. The announcer introduced Zara, and the crowd cheered. Zara stepped into the arena, her feet making deep marks in the sand. Her eyes were serious, but when she saw Lily, she nodded in respect. Lily stepped into the ring. She bowed to Zara, and Zara bowed back. The bell rang, and the match began. Zara moved first, stepping toward Lily like a mountain. Lily watched her feet and dodged to the side. Zara's punch smashed into the sand where Lily had been just a second before. Dust flew into the air. Lily felt the ground shake but stayed focused. Lily remembered her training back home, running from wild dogs and climbing trees. She kept moving, never standing in one place for long. Zara tried to catch her, swinging huge arms and stomping feet, but Lily was quick. Each time, she dodged away, making Zara turn and chase her. The crowd started to see what Lily was doing. She was not fighting Zara head-on. She was making Zara move, making her tired. Lily used the whole ring, circling and weaving. Zara tried to block her path, but Lily would roll under her arms or jump back out of reach. Zara grew frustrated. She stomped harder, and her breath grew heavy. Lily saw the moment Zara's balance shifted after a big swing. She rushed forward and kicked at Zara's ankle, making her stumble. The crowd gasped. Lily jumped back before Zara could catch her. The fight went on, and Zara's punches grew slower. Lily waited for her chance. Finally, Zara swung wide and lost her balance for a second. Lily ran behind her and tapped the back of her knee, just like her father taught her to with big dogs on Earth. Zara fell to one knee. The crowd cheered wildly. Lily used her speed, running around Zara, always staying just out of reach. Every time Zara tried to stand, Lily kicked lightly at her weak spots, never trying to hurt, just to wear her down. Zara tried to grab Lily's arm, but Lily twisted away, leaving Zara with only a handful of sand. As the match neared its end, Zara's breath was rough. Lily saw her chance. She ran in, ducked under Zara's tired arm, and tapped her on the shoulder. Zara turned, but Lily was already gone, standing at the other side of the ring. At the final bell, Zara was still on one knee, breathing hard but smiling. She stood up, walked to Lily, and hugged her gently. "You are strong in your own way," Zara said. "Thank you for a good fight." The judges announced Lily the winner. The crowd cheered louder than ever. Lily bowed to Zara, feeling grateful and proud. As Lily left the arena, reporters and fans tried to talk to her. Some called her the Death Worlder girl who never gives up. Others wanted to know her secret. Lily just smiled and said, "I watch, I learn, and I never stop moving." In the locker room, Lily sat down and took off her shoes. She looked at her notebook, seeing all the notes she had made since the tournament began. She wrote one more line: "Even the strongest can fall if they forget to watch their step." As she rested, Sam and some of the other fighters came to see her. They brought her a small cake to celebrate. Sam smiled. "You did it again, Lily. Everyone is talking about you." Lily laughed, feeling for the first time that she really belonged here. She was not just a human from a death world. She was a fighter who had earned respect. Later that night, as she watched the stars from her window, Lily thought about all she had learned. She knew the next fights would be harder, but she felt ready. She would keep learning, keep moving, and keep fighting, no matter what challenges came next. Lily woke up early, her body sore from the battle, but her heart light. The news of her victory over Groan had already spread across Nova Ring. In the hallways and dining halls, aliens of all kinds pointed at her, some with wide eyes, some whispering in their strange languages. She saw even the other fighters watching her closely, some with respect, some with fear, and some with doubt. In the common area, a young fighter named Sam sat down beside Lily as she ate her breakfast. Sam was from a planet covered in ice, with pale skin and clear blue eyes. "That was amazing, Lily," Sam said quietly. "Nobody has ever beaten Groan so fast." Lily smiled, a bit shy. "Thanks, I just used what I learned." She didn't want to brag. Sam nodded, and after a moment of silence, he asked, "How did you know how to beat him?" Lily remembered the long nights back on Earth, her father making her watch wild animals to learn their habits. "You have to be patient," she said. "Everyone has a weakness, even the strongest." Soon, the next round's fighters were called to the arena for the draw. The large screen showed new pairings. This time, Lily would face two fighters from another world, twins named Myra and Nash. They were famous for moving and attacking as one. Their bodies glowed faintly silver, and they moved like they shared the same mind. Rumors said no one had ever beaten them both at the same time. Lily prepared for the fight by practicing her moves and reviewing her notebook. She wrote, "Twins move as one must break their rhythm." She watched old match recordings on her datapad, seeing how others failed to keep up with the twins. Lily realized that trying to fight both at once was a mistake. She needed a new plan. In the locker room before the fight, she wrapped her hands and tied her shoes tightly. She thought about her family and her friends back home. She wondered if they were proud of her. Then she pushed the nerves away and focused on her breath, just as her mother taught her. The arena was even fuller today. Crowds wanted to see the Death Worlder girl in action again. The announcer's voice boomed, "The next round. Lily of Earth versus the Silver Twins, Myra and Nash." Myra and Nash entered the arena with perfect steps, never looking away from Lily. Their silver skin seemed to shine under the lights. They stood side by side, hands linked for a second before the fight began. Lily bowed to them, and the twins nodded back with serious faces. The bell rang. The twins split apart, one to Lily's left, one to her right. They moved so quickly that Lily had to turn her head back and forth to keep up. She stepped carefully, never turning her back on either twin. They circled her, switching places with each other, trying to confuse her. Lily slowed her breathing and watched their feet. Myra attacked first, her fist flying towards Lily's face. Lily ducked and blocked, but before she could breathe, Nash was already coming from the other side. Lily moved sideways, just missing his kick. The crowd was impressed by the speed of the twins and by Lily's careful defense. Again and again, the twins switched and attacked, never letting Lily rest. She felt her heart beating faster, sweat on her brow, but she remembered her plan: don't try to fight both at once. Instead, she waited for one to make a mistake. Finally, Nash attacked a little too soon, getting out of rhythm with Myra. Lily saw her chance. She ducked under his arm and kicked his knee, not hard, but enough to make him stumble. For a moment, the twins lost their perfect flow. Lily focused on Myra, moving fast, and grabbed her arm. Myra twisted free, but Lily kept pressing, pushing her off balance. Nash recovered and the twins regrouped. Now they looked at Lily with new respect. The crowd could feel the tension. Lily breathed deeply and reset her stance. The twins circled again, more careful now. This time, they attacked together, trying to pin Lily between them. But Lily dropped to the ground, rolling between their legs, making both reach for her and miss. The crowd cheered, impressed with Lily's clever move. The twins turned quickly, but now their rhythm was gone. Lily stood and faced Nash, then Myra. She never let them get close enough to catch her. She waited, looking for the right moment. As the seconds passed, the twins grew frustrated. Their moves became a little less sharp, a little more rushed. Lily saw that her plan was working. She only had to hold on a little longer. Then, with perfect timing, she blocked Myra's kick and spun, using her shoulder to knock Nash away. For the first time, one of the twins fell to the ground. The arena went silent, then roared with noise. Lily stepped back, breathing hard, but she smiled. The judges watched closely, noting every move. The timer showed less than a minute left in the round. Nash got up, his face serious now. Myra looked at her brother, and for a moment, they seemed unsure. Lily took that moment and rushed forward, not giving them time to reset. She dodged a punch from Nash and grabbed Myra's wrist, twisting gently but firmly. Myra lost her balance again and fell. Lily used her body to block Nash, making him move around her to get to his sister. The twins tried to recover, but the match was almost over. Lily used quick steps and smart turns to keep them off balance. She never tried to hurt them, only to outthink and outmaneuver. When the final bell rang, the twins stood across from her, breathing hard, no longer moving in perfect rhythm. The crowd gave a long, loud cheer. The judges stood up. The announcer's voice was excited. The winner, by points and by breaking the twins' flow, is Lily of Earth. Myra and Nash walked up to Lily and bowed, showing respect. Lily bowed back. "You fought well," she said, and they smiled. A little tired but not angry, Lily walked off the sand, her legs shaking, but she was proud. She had used her mind and her training to win again. In the hallway, Sam ran to her. "You did it again," he shouted. "How did you know what to do?" Lily grinned. "I paid attention, that's all, and I never gave up." As Lily got ready for the next match, she felt stronger. Now, she was not just a last-ranked fighter. She was a real threat. But she knew each round would only get harder. She promised herself to stay calm, keep learning, and remember her family's lessons. The legend of the Death Worlder girl was growing, and the galaxy was watching every step she took. Lily stood in the arena, feeling the sand under her shoes. She kept her eyes on Groan, who was shaking the sand from his feet and growling low. The crowd was still noisy, some cheering for Groan, others starting to notice Lily's clever moves. Lights from above made the sand glow and every movement clear. Lily was calm, just like her father taught her to be. Groan wiped his eyes and glared at Lily. "You will not escape me again," he said in a deep, angry voice. But Lily remembered her mother's words to always find another way, and she stayed light on her feet. She watched every muscle in Groan's legs. Looking for the next attack, the judges spoke quietly to each other, surprised that the human girl was still standing. One judge, an old alien with golden skin, leaned forward and watched with interest. He tapped a note on his datapad, making a mark for Lily.Grom charged again, roaring so loud it made Lily's chest vibrate. This time he swung lower, his huge claws slicing through the air. Lily ducked and spun away, but she felt the wind from his arm rush past her face. She kept moving, always circling, never letting Groan trap her. She remembered what she learned from watching the earlier matches. The big fighters got tired fast. If they missed their targets, the crowd watched closely now. They saw Lily was not afraid. She looked for every small mistake Groan made. When he leaned too far forward, she kicked sand at his feet again. When he roared, she ducked behind him. Every move she made was careful and smart, never wasted. Another failed grab, Groan was breathing hard. Sweat ran down his neck. Lily saw her chance to talk. "You're strong, but you're using too much energy," she said, loud enough for only him to hear. Groan growled, showing his sharp teeth. "I do not need tricks. I am the alpha predator." Groan shouted, but his voice sounded tired. The crowd started to murmur. Some of the other fighters from different worlds looked at each other. A few began to wonder if the human could really win. A group of small aliens, wearing bright yellow robes, started cheering for Lily. They liked how she moved and how she never looked afraid. Their high voices floated above the rest. "Go, human! Go!" Lily felt a little stronger. She kept moving, letting Groan chase her, but never getting caught. She remembered her training. On Earth, her father taught her to dodge wild dogs, to jump fences fast, and to never stop moving when chased. Lily used every lesson now, staying just out of reach, letting Groan wear himself out .grol and tried a new move, pretending to charge left but swinging his tail right. Lily saw the trick just in time and ducked, the heavy tail missing her by inches. The crowd gasped. Groan grew angrier, smashing his fists into the sand and sending dust flying. Lily covered her face for a moment, but then used the dust as cover to run behind him. As the fight continued, Lily found a rhythm. She waited for Groan's attack, dodged, then made him work harder. Every time he missed, he used more energy. His arms and legs grew heavy. Lily could hear his breathing getting louder. She remembered another thing her mother told her. The best way to win is to let your enemy beat themselves. The judges watched closely. The old judge with golden skin leaned back and smiled, impressed by Lily's skills. He whispered something to the other judges. One of them nodded, making another note. Suddenly, Groan stopped and tried to trick Lily by pretending to be tired. He let his arms drop and lowered his head, but Lily did not fall for it. She waited, watching his feet. When he sprang up to grab her, Lily was already moving, jumping to the side and spinning away. Groan fell to one knee, missing her completely. The crowd cheered loudly. Even some of Groan's fans clapped for Lily now. Between attacks, Lily thought about her family. She remembered her little brother back home, watching the matches on a small screen. She wanted to make him proud, to show that being a Death Worlder was not just about being strong but also being smart and brave. Lily breathed deeply and focused on the fight again. GROLN single quotes S attacks became wilder, less careful. He swung at Lily again and again, but always missed. Sweat poured down his face. His movement slowed. Lily used this time to study him. She noticed a patch on his left side, just under his arm where his skin was softer and his armor looked thin. She remembered her notebook and the sketch she made the night before. This was the weak spot. The announcer's voice boomed. 30 seconds left. The crowd's energy grew. Lily knew she had to act soon. She took a deep breath and ran close to Groan, dodging his heavy arms. She grabbed a handful of sand, ready for the right moment. GROLN tried to block her, but Lily was too fast. She tossed the sand at his face, making him blink. As he raised his arms, Lily darted behind him. She jumped onto his back and wrapped her arm around his neck, just like her father taught her to with wild dogs back home. Groan roared and tried to throw her off, but Lily hung on tightly. The crowd screamed, not believing their eyes. Lily squeezed her arm tighter, blocking his breath. Groan stumbled, trying to grab her. Lily pressed her knee into his weak spot, making him lose balance. He crashed to the ground, the arena shaking from his weight. Lily rolled away just before Groan collapsed fully. The judges stood up, watching closely. The timer showed only a few seconds left. Groan struggled to get up, but his eyes were dazed, and his breathing was rough. Lily stood tall, covered in sand and sweat, but smiling. She had survived the first round, something no one expected. The crowd cheered louder than ever. The old judge spoke into his microphone. The human girl wins. She will move to the next round. Lily bowed to the judges and to Groan, who was still on the ground. He looked up at her, breathing hard, and nodded with respect. Lily nodded back. She knew the fight was not just about strength, but about heart and mind too. As she left the arena, other fighters looked at her with new eyes. Some were impressed, others jealous, but all knew that the Death Worlder girl was not to be taken lightly. Lily walked back to the barracks, tired but happy. She thought of her family and hoped they were watching. Outside the arena, fans and reporters waited. Many wanted to talk to Lily, to ask her how she had done the impossible. But Lily just smiled and said, "I watched, I learned, and I did my best." That night, as she lay on her bed, Lily knew the hardest part was still ahead. But for now, she let herself rest, knowing she had made history as the last ranked human who defeated the Galactic Alpha Predator in just 1 minute. On the great galactic station called Nova Ring, the air was thick with excitement. Beings from every corner of the galaxy gathered every year for the grand tournament, a place where the strongest young fighters from many planets came to prove who was the best. They called it the Test of Champions, and the prize was not just glory, but a place in the history books of 1,000 worlds. Humans were known as Death Worlders in this part of space. Their home planet was called a Death World because it was wild and dangerous. The animals there were big, the storms were hard, and only the strong survived. So, when the aliens heard that a human would join the tournament this year, many were curious. But when they saw who it was, almost everyone laughed. Her name was Lily. She was the only human in the tournament, and she did not look like a fighter. She was small, thin, and had dark brown hair tied in a short ponytail. Her eyes were calm, but there was something in them that made people pause if they looked long enough. The other fighters were tall, covered in armor, or had natural weapons like claws and horns. Compared to them, Lily seemed out of place, almost. Lost in the crowd dot before the matches started, the ranking was shown on big screens all over the arena. Lily's name was at the very bottom. She was ranked last, below every other fighter. No one expected her to win even a single round. Some aliens made jokes about her, while others made bets on how fast she would lose. A group of strong fighters from a cold planet with blue scales and sharp teeth laughed so loudly that it echoed through the halls. Even some of the judges whispered that they hoped Lily would not get hurt too badly. Lily heard all of it. She did not get angry. Instead, she remembered her father's words. He once told her, "Let them laugh. You know what you can do." Her mother always told her to pay attention, to watch, and to learn. So Lily stood quietly and watched the opening matches. She saw how the other fighters moved, how they attacked, and how they defended themselves. Some relied only on strength, while others used tricks or strange alien tech. Lily made mental notes about every style she saw. There were strange smells in the air, coming from foods cooked for alien visitors. The arena was huge, shaped like a giant bowl. Lights shone down from high above. Screens floated in the air, showing every punch and kick in close detail. The crowd was made up of many different species, all talking and making noise in their own languages. But whenever a fight started, everyone became quiet and watched. Lily was not nervous. She knew her first opponent would be the most dangerous of all. His name was Grown. He was the Galactic Alpha Predator, a fighter who had never been beaten. Grown was huge, twice as tall as Lily, with thick scaled skin and sharp claws. He wore a heavy metal belt that showed he was the champion from his home planet. It was said that Grown once fought a wild animal on his own world and won with his bare hands. Now, he was the favorite to win the whole tournament again. The night before her first match, Lily sat on her small bed in the barracks, looking at her old training bag. Inside were simple things: a pair of worn shoes, some cloth wraps, and a small notebook. She took out the notebook and read the notes she wrote about fighting. There were sketches of different moves, tricks for staying calm, and even drawings of weak spots on creatures she had never seen before. She added a new note about Grown. He charges straight. Left side is slower. Tired easily? In the morning, Lily got up early and warmed up in the practice room. Some other fighters watched her, curious. She stretched, jumped rope, and shadowboxed, but did not talk much. A young fighter from a gentle world named Jake came up to her. He had soft green skin and big eyes. He looked worried. "You don't have to fight him," Jake said quietly. "Grown is too dangerous. No one will blame you if you step down." Lily smiled kindly. "Thank you, but I came here for a reason. I'm not running away." When it was time for her match, Lily walked through the long halls under the arena. Her footsteps echoed. She could hear the crowd above, waiting to see the first round. At the entrance, the guards checked her wristband and waved her through. She stood behind a tall metal gate and took a deep breath. Her heart was steady. Then the gate opened, and the sunlight flooded the sand. Lily walked out, and the crowd went wild, but most were cheering for Grown. He was already in the ring, pounding his fists together. The announcer's voice, loud and deep, boomed across the arena. Next match! The Death Worlder girl ranked last against the Galactic Alpha Predator. Grown grinned, showing sharp teeth. "Are you ready to lose, little human?" he called across the arena. Lily just nodded, her face calm. Grown snorted and shook his head. The bell rang and the fight was on. Groan charged at her, moving fast. For someone his size, Lily did not stand still. She stepped to the side and watched how he moved. Groan's feet hit the sand hard, sending dust into the air. He swung at Lily, but she ducked and spun away. The crowd was surprised to see her dodge the first attack so easily. Lily remembered her father's lesson. Let your enemies show you who they are. She stayed light on her feet, never letting Groan corner her. When he swung again, she rolled to the ground, picking up a handful of alien sand. She noticed that the sand was fine and slippery, not like earth dirt. She thought quickly, keeping the sand in her hand as she got back up. Another attack came. Groan was angry now, his face twisted with rage. He tried to grab Lily, but she ducked. Again and threw the sand at his feet. Groan slipped, just for a moment, but it was enough to break his rhythm. Some in the crowd gasped, seeing that Lily was not just lucky, she was clever. She did not try to hit Groan yet. She wanted to see more, to learn his weaknesses. The fight was just beginning, but already the other fighters started to watch closely. They saw that the Death Worlder girl was not what she seemed. Lily felt a small spark of hope. She might be ranked last, but the match was far from over.